Your hand will pass you the mic.
Blake Elliott, 105 through the fan. Welcome to the Naji's second time. PJ had his standing on business moment. Y'all kind of talked about in your introductory press conference, kind of being a part of that culture. What can you tell the Mavs fans who maybe aren't familiar with your game, kind of what you're going to bring in that tenacity?
Same thing, different words, standing on business. Aggressive, energy, defense, just being a dog on both sides of the floor. So if you don't know my game, I'm just a dog. Simple.
Right here in the front, Valencia King, Real Talk Sports. Appreciate your time. A non-basketball question. What was the most enjoyable part of your offseason that wasn't basketball related?
Just be with my family and friends, per usual. During the season, I don't get to as much, so kick back with them for sure.
And then as you go into this new season, if you could title this chapter in your life, what would you title it?
That's a good question. Winning season.
I love that. Come on, winning season. Okay. Big does. Thank you.
Naji, Noah Weber with the Smoking Cuban. What about your offensive game do you think the Mavericks are going to bring out to make you the best player that you can possibly be? And how do you see yourself fitting in lineups next to Luka and Kyrie?
I just think playing with these guys is going to be a lot more space and opportunity on the floor that necessarily wasn't there for me in New Orleans. And just be able to showcase, my playmaking ability. I shot it pretty good from the three last year. Hopefully, I shoot it better this year, even better. So, I think just really being able to show my complete game and just showing that I can really shoot the ball.
Naji, Tim Cato, DLLS. You have a sneaky collection of highlight passes throughout your career. I'm just wondering where that developed, what areas of the floor do you think you're best at using that skill, and how you think it kind of translates for Dallas?
As far as I can remember, that's been like the best thing I could do as far as the basketball court since I started playing. And just started getting credited now, but anywhere on the floor in transition, half court, I like to get guys involved. And fun fact, I used to give people a lot of credit when I was playing against them, think they were good or better than what they're supposed to be, or if they was on my team, he should have the ball. So I would always drive and kick, and I guess it plays in my favor, to be honest, in a good way.
Hey Naji, Mark Followell from the Mavs TV broadcast. Great to have you here. I love to ask the guys who started in the league on two-way contracts about their path. You've gone from that two-way contract when you first were with the Pelicans to obviously being a sought-after free agent, a rotation guy. Obviously the journey isn't finished, but to go from where you were to where you are now, I mean, when you reflect on that, what do you think kind of like the key was? Was it motivation from somebody in New Orleans, your own work ethic? What's your aspect and your perspective on traveling from where you were to where you are now?
I think it's just my mindset and the work I put in. No matter what, even in college, being undrafted, I just always felt the NBA was the place for me. So I worked towards it, and I never let nobody change how I believe in myself. And as you can see, I was right.
Back over here in the front. Doing my journalistic IG research, you have a post that says, "The blessing in being blessed is to be able to bless others."
Right.
What does that mean to you, and as far as you've come along in your career, to have been able to do that for your family and your community?
It had so many meanings to it. Just being in the NBA and going to, my neighborhood in Pleasantville, where you probably have never even heard of, and kids being able to see me. I mean, I just feel like that's a blessing. I know how I felt when I seen somebody with any certain status back in the day when I was a kid. It motivated me. As far as just being a helping hand to my family, my friends, whatever they need. It don't even have to be money necessarily, just being there for them. And that's basically it. Whatever they need, just being there to help out.
And I believe I also saw you December with Quinn Cook as well. What does the NBA brotherhood or that brotherhood mean for you?
We're both from the same place, PG County. And, all in the same gyms, work out with the same trainers, have the same friends. So just a real genuine connection. And then, QC, he been a two-time NBA champion, college national championship, best point guard in the country in high school. So just being with him every day, meeting the connections I meet through him, just understanding the game on a different level, it's unbelievable.
everyone knows you for your defense. But what would you say is the secret to being a really good defender? Is it more instincts? Is it discipline? Just what goes into it?
I think it's just a mentality. If you want to do it or not. Simple as that. Just most things in life. If you really want to do it or not. Come down to it. It's my livelihood. If I don't do it, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
How much, speaking of that, how much did you take notice last year of what Derrick Jones did? And he always said guarding Lucas in practices was about as hard as it got for him, even on the court. I don't know if his intensity is quite like that, but how much does going against a superstar every day in practice impact maybe or improve your day?
Oh, I would definitely think it makes you better. Helps you understand the game a little bit more. You know, styles you like to get the ball in certain spots or stuff like this. So it definitely helps me in the game. Guarding Zion and Bi and CJ wasn't easy in practice, and then in the game it was a little bit easy. So I think just getting constant reps, guarding those guys, and it's obviously a pleasure. It's like a cheat code. You know, I get to guard Luka in the game, and then no disrespect, but guard someone less of his caliber, you know, makes the game much easier. So.
All right, we got one more for Naji.
Hi, Dorothy Gentry with Messenger Media. This summer, Dirk, at his charity event, talked about the acquisitions that the Mavs made this summer. And he specifically mentioned you by name. So how does it make you feel that he thinks that you're a key piece for the Mavs this season?
Man, my name even coming out of Dirk Nowitzki's mouth is unbelievable. So just a blessing. I'm just so excited to be here. I've already met some of my favorite Hall of Famers in the world, Jason Kidd. And like I said, it's just unbelievable. And I just look forward to being that missing piece and, you know, accomplishing what we did last year.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Naji.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
You guys.